Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Caroline Mogure. We start off with our big story, where the process of removing Kenyan's Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is part of a long history dating back to independence or fallouts between the president and his deputy. The difference this time around is the process. Historically, presidents have fired their deputies, but the adoption of a new constitution in 2010 saw the introduction of a process for impeachment for both the president and the deputy that's run by the legislature. This is the first time it's been used. On October 8 October 2024, members of Kenya's National Assembly voted to impeach Gachagua on grounds that included corruption, insubordination, and ethnically divisive politics. The case now moves to the Senate, where members will hear the charges and Gachagua's defense.
In session. We are here to declare the results as follows, Honorable Speaker. The nays, 44. Abstentions, 1. And the ayes, 281.
Amid the novelty of the impeachment process, it's easy to forget that it is the norm for Kenyan presidents to fall out with their deputies. Political analysts argue that this is because of how deputies are selected in the first place. Deputies are initially selected largely on a pragmatic grounds as people who bring something useful to a political alliance. This could be resources, a support base, or a reputation for being a good technocrat or administrator. They are not usually people with whom the president has a strong and continuous personal relationship, or someone with whom they share a clear political ideology. Neither are they usually someone who has made their way up through a political party. This has brought about a long history of tensions and fallout between Kenya's presidents and their deputies. Independent Kenya's first Vice President Oginga Odinga saw his ministerial portfolio gradually reduced by President Jomo Kenyatta. Kenyatta then replaced Odinga as Vice President of the ruling Kenya African National Union (KANU) in 1966, further undermining his powers. Soon after, Odinga joined the opposition Kenya's People's Union. His successor Joseph Murumbi resigned within months. The official reason given was ill health, but it is widely believed that Murumbi was troubled by corruption and authoritarianism within the Kenyatta regime. Kenya's second president, Daniel Arap Moi, elected Mwai Kibaki as his first deputy. Kibaki was dropped after a decade. He went on to form an opposition party as soon as Kenya shifted to multi-party politics in 1992. Moi's second vice president, Josephat Karanja, resigned after a year to avoid a vote of no confidence for allegedly plotting to overthrow the government. Kenya's fourth president, Uhuru Kenyatta, was the only leader to have the same deputy, William Ruto, for his full term as president from 2013 to 2022. However, relations between Kenyatta and Ruto were hardly rosy. The two fell out after the 2017 elections as Kenyatta teamed up with the long-standing opposition leader Raila Odinga. Ruto bet Odinga, Kenyatta's favored candidate, in the 2022 elections. Maybe, what are the lessons to learn? Because deputies are selected for their practical value, the person who made a good deputy at one point in time can come to be seen as a liability for the threat as the political context changes. For example, at independency, Oginga Odinga made an excellent ally for Jomo Kenyatta. He had some resources and was a proven mobilizer. He brought a support base. However, within a few years, Odinga became a problem for the president as a more radical faction within the ruling party coalesced around him. Similarly, Ruto made an excellent ally for Uhuru Kenyatta when they both faced charges for crime against humanity at the International Criminal Court. The two fell out once Kenyatta had won his second and final term and Kenyatta turned to his succession.
Unajua, unaweza kuanza safari na mtu na kwa roho yako you mean well, si ndio? Na unatamani mtamaliza pamoja, yeah? Lakini ukiwa unafika pale karibu, mnaendelea, unaangalia nyuma, unaona kiti ya nyuma imerushwa nje na kuna mwingine ameishika huko, unamuuliza passenger ndio huyo ameporwa mali. Hai, mnaendelea, gurudumu imeshuka, unamuuliza wewe fanya repair. Badala ya kufanya repair, ameenda na hiyo gurudumu ameenda kuuzia mwingine, kuweka kwa gari ingine. Mnaendelea, unaona sasa, jamani, tukiendelea hii safari, hii gari haifiki pahali inatakikana kufika. Si ndio hivyo?
Gachagua was useful to Ruto in 2022. He had personal wealth, was an effective mobilizer, and hailed from central Kenya where the election looked to be won or lost. However, once elected, Gachagua's populist statements and reputation for ethnic bias became more of a liability. Ruto and Gachagua have clearly fallen out. Their differences became apparent soon after the 2022 elections. However, they came into sharp relief in the face of anti-tax protests in June 2024. There were subsequent allegations that Gachagua and some of his allies had helped to finance the protests. The question, therefore, isn't why they are fallen out, but why Gachagua is being impeached now. While a successful impeachment might see Gachagua barred from holding public office, this won't necessarily mean an end to his career as an effective political mobilizer. The next few months and the narratives that emerge about why Ruto and Gachagua fell out will be critical in determining both their futures.